Hey, beautiful soul. I am Joyful Medium, Joy Giovanni, back with your weekly reading for Friday, March 15th to Friday, March 22nd. If you haven't already checked out the new events I have coming up, head on over to my website, joyfulmedium.com, check out the events tab, get signed up for a free event or for something else we have coming up. So exciting. Let's get right into this reading and take a look at the energies, potentials, possibilities for this week. This first card we have is the High Priestess. Now, this is a major arcana card. So this is more about the core of you, not something that's just going to kind of come and go like a weekly problem or a daily issue. This is about understanding that you have the strength, the ability, the wisdom, the intuition to really deeply understand what you need to be doing right now. It doesn't mean you don't need to do any research, but you do have that intuition, that inner nudge, that inner calling you forward. These pillars have to do with balance, with balancing all the areas of your life, with balancing what you want to create going forward with perhaps the obligations that you have right now. But if you notice, this little curtain behind her has pomegranates, which signify abundance. Now, with the High Priestess, there is a method, there is a way to get things done. It's not someone who just leaps before they look. This has to do with planning, with making sure that you're doing things in accordance with what you know is right and what you know is true for you. And some of that takes us to this next card, this Eight of Pentacles. This card has to do with learning all you can about a subject. So while your intuition is directing you, there's some wisdom for you to still gain. Maybe it's just that you're wanting to do a new type of program or a new type of event, for example, and you're needing to learn some of the nuts and bolts of it. You have the intuition and that wisdom and understanding, but it doesn't mean we don't have to learn things if, maybe you're trying to certify for something and there's a test you need to take. Really just seeing if there's any additional wisdom or pieces that you need to put in place as far as learning to bring you current to what the current standards are. And this can be across the board, but pentacles do have to do with things that of our earthly means. So maybe you're learning a trade, maybe you already have a trade and you are going to do some continuing ed, some CEUs. But really just making sure your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed, you have all the education to back up whatever this is that you're wanting to create in this next phase. I have jumble words this morning. Okay, this next card is Temperance. So the beautiful thing about this is sort of like balance, but a little different. If you notice, what tempering actually is mixing two things together to make them the same. So if these were hot and cold, for example, she's mixing them to make them each warm. So just knowing that there is a need to focus on more than one area this week. So perhaps you've got some things going on in your family or your home life, some other things going on in your work life, but making sure that you're balancing all the areas of your life as you go through this phase. But remembering, you do have what it takes, it's just needing to do it. And these wings, this red represents your strength, your power, your ability. So even sometimes when we feel like things get a little heavy in life, you do have the power, the strength, the ability to do it. And this sun in the background rising over the mountains is just letting you know that any challenges that you might be experiencing are temporary. There might be still a journey to take as you unfold what it is you're wanting to create in the world. But the sun is on your side, meaning happy endings are available to you with this. Success is available to you if you're remembering your intuition, you're remembering to temper yourself. It's kind of like all work and no play is not good, but all play and no work is also not good. Making sure you're buckling down a little bit and getting some of this this feels to me more like either computer work or learning or something that you're needing to do that just doesn't maybe feel as fun in the moment, but is necessary. This final card before we move to our clarifier is this Two of Swords. Now, Two of Swords is about a choice. It's about an intellectual choice to be made, weighing the pros and cons and making a decision. But if you notice, she's blindfolded. And this water behind her is a little tumultuous. So what this can indicate for some of you, depending how this resonates with you in your own life, because this is a general reading, some of you might not be being completely honest with yourself about the pros and cons of this choice that you're making. Some of you might be unwilling to see the true character of someone, for example, and you're kind of making them better than they are, or putting them on a pedestal in your mind, for example. So this is just inviting you to move into that intellectual left brain and make a choice, not from your emotions about what's rising up this week, but about what is the sensible choice. Again, we're back to getting stuff done and powering through in some ways. So making sure that you're making, when we think about the symbol of justice, it's a woman with the scales with the blindfold, because justice is supposed to be blind. So this can be either way. This can be either make sure you're making a choice, not from the emotions, but from the logic, and also making sure that you're not unwilling to see something that should be on this pros or cons list, but Two of Swords is about a choice. So what is it that you need to choose? Last week we talked about something falling away. Maybe you're holding too tightly to something that needs to be put in the back burner or needs to fall away completely. So let me know how that resonates with you. Now this clarifier is this Page of Wands. She looks like she's in the desert, but she is facing in a direction. She has her wand, her staff, and she is ready to go. There are some mountains in the background. So similar to this card, there might be some hills to climb, there might be some learning to accomplish, there might be some things to be had, but pages, a little different than an ace where it's a whole new opportunity. Pages can represent a next chapter, usually with wands, something that we're passionate about, our spiritual pursuit, something that is just really important to us. It could be, doesn't mean it's necessarily like your primary work. It could be a hobby. It could be something you just love and you're passionate about, or a direction that you're wanting to move towards in the future. But this is just reminding you that part of this choice opens up availability for this next chapter for you in something that you've already been working on, already been focusing energy towards, hopefully already learning all you can about. And remembering that your intuition is there to guide you, and it sometimes comes in those soft, subtle nudges. Intuition is usually not the loudest voice. That's usually the voice of fear and anxiety. So where can you step out of fear, step into passion and excitement, and get ready for this next chapter of your journey? I'm so excited to understand how this resonates for you this week. I hope that all is well with you. Happy St. Patrick's Day this weekend if you celebrate that. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye for now.